Hello, hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I'm here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community because of you and your kindness. Thank you. And I just saw in the chat, Revolution Ricky's back. Yay! Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, whatever works best for you. So, welcome to the first day of the Democratic National Convention. It is somewhere here in Chicago, and it's just good. We have a real possibility of having our first female president of the United States, our first person of color. And I mean, would it technically be colors, which is fantastic, which also is not only inclusive to the Black community, to the Indian community, but to those of mixed race who in the past have gotten a whole lot of grief that they never deserved. And it's just good. And she's a good person. From everything I can see, she's a good person. And Tim Walz is just a dear. Matter of fact, it's driving, I think, what is it? Is it Glenn Beck? It's driving him crazy that Tim Walz is so nice, because he just mockingly is like, oh, he's such a, because he's such a teddy bear. And it's like, dude, you're the first person I've heard call him a teddy bear, which means mainly this is on you. So anyway, it's just good. So anyway, there is a lot of crazy astrology today. It's a full moon this afternoon, here shortly, actually. And within like 2 hours? 1 hour. So within an hour. I think it's within an hour. We'll get a full moon. It's not an eclipse. It's just a full moon. But Becky, thank you so much. You always say you're here on your birthday and my birthday. Today's 70 for me. Thank you for all you do. I appreciate you. Becky, thank you so much. And happy birthday. Happy birthday. Thank you. Oh, you didn't ask me to sing, so I won't, but I just so you know, folks, I'm willing to sing happy birthday to people, but I need real names. I need your real first name, because I'm not going to sing happy birthday to user 867832567B. Yeah. So anyway. All right. Also, I went through the comments yesterday, and I just wanted to share two things up front. We'll get to that. We will be getting the questions too. But I wanted to share up front that it was I don't know how to pronounce it, but the username was L-I-Seethier, like seethe, but seethier. And so I don't know if it's Lee Seethier or if it's Lee or Lie Seethier, but anyway, there was a comment in the underneath yesterday's video. This person said that when Donald Trump loses his hair, he's going to start using his eyebrows for comb over. Just, I wouldn't put it past him. I honestly, I wouldn't. I would not put it past him. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Oh gosh, that was good. That was good. Oh, and Laura's saying that black cat looks like my Jack. Oh, the good kitty. Oh, the good kitties. Oh, the good kitties. All right. Ricky says, too late, he does that now. Yes, Valerie. All right. I also, gosh, there's just a lot to cover. And this isn't as relevant, but I'm one of those readers who just lays everything out. I don't try to hide things. And there was a complaint yesterday in the chat, and I just wanted to address it. I answered it directly, but I just wanted everybody to know that the person said, I'm not going to call them out, I'm not going to give them any grief. The person said, I stopped watching you when you said that COVID wasn't going to turn into a huge pandemic, just wash your hands. And I responded that, number one, I've never said I get everything right. I'm reading on the collective energy, doing the best I can. I do not know a single solitary reader who is always correct, ever. And it's likely something like that. I can specifically, I can misinterpret stuff like that because I'm an optimist by nature and I am a warrior by nature. So I'm an optimist about the future if I think that other people are going to be in terrible, terrible peril. I won't sleep. So, but I just wanted to throw that out there. And someone else below said, really? It's like, and I said, yep. See my comment above. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that I don't blow smoke. And I please do not think that any reader is like, oh yeah, on it. The number of readers I know who, at some point they're like, no, Kamala Harris is absolutely not going to win. Oh, wait a minute. Now they're saying something different. It happens. It happens. And says, remember, this is for entertainment only. Yes. The other thing, and the thing you might find a little more interesting, is actually when the COVID readings started happening, and something to think about for future. When the readers on YouTube, when the collectively we started reading on COVID when it first appeared, there were actually some mixed readings on how serious it was going to be. And the one thing I've pointed out, and please keep in mind, it's usually the consensus among readers that is most likely what's going to happen. It would be wonderful if we all had a direct tie into the future, but we do the best we can, and we do this together. So, but there was a lot of discussion behind. I mean, I remember having a particular conversation with someone who I won't name, but we were talking about what it could mean, what's the best way to talk to people about this? How do we not cause a panic, or are other people coming to us panicked because of something other readers have said? And I mean, we occasionally have, it's not often, but it's sometimes in the background amongst the readers, we'll have discussions about what's the best way to present information, what we're picking up. We'll check with each other. So anyway, all right, that's all. I just wanted to point that out, that because I just want you to understand that there are a lot of readers. I'm so grateful you are here. But also, do not think anybody is going to be 100%. So anyway, all right. So I will say that I pulled up charts, and I won't go into huge detail, but I did at 10 minutes, 20 seconds in, I did want to point out, well, maybe 10:30, that, today's astrology, and I'm not going to go into detail. I know some of you are like, whoo, I'm out of here. So this will not be long. Deborah Johnson says, no readers who act like they're never wrong. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway. Veronica Johanna says, I'm comforted here. Oh, good. Good. That makes me happy. So let's have a look here. Because with all the talk about the crazy astrology going on today and over these next, which today becomes, because it's the first day of the first official day of the convention, this becomes the chart for the convention itself. And that's how it works. People can have astrology charts, so can countries, events, a lot. A lot of places have charts. Just because I'm still working on astrographics, which now is looking like it might have to come out in early October, which I'm not happy about, but it won't be what it should be otherwise. But like one of the things that you run into is just random. Japan has their charts for Japan, but they're modern. They're relatively modern charts, because like if you go into the UK's history, the central chart for the UK is 1066. It's Christmas Day in 1066, which makes the United Kingdom a Capricorn nation, and boy, is it ever. Japan, they don't know. It's so old, and some things weren't written down, and so there are all kind of modern charts about how it's evolved. But if you go, like, even if you go to the Wikipedia page, it's like, what was it really back in the dim and distant? But I would contend, and tell me what you think, but I would contend that Japan is about as Virgo a nation as you could possibly have. If ever there were detail, conformist-driven craftspeople with meticulous styling, that's, yeah, musical Neptunian. I'd say Japan has a Virgo vibe. Ding, ding. Yep. Guamzilla, yes. William the Conqueror. Yeah. Okay. So, all right. I just want to, so today with the convention, I wanted to point out, oh, am I missing one? Oh, stinky. I'm missing one. Let me pull this up quickly. Why did you not load? Okay, here we go. Let's look, first of all, when it comes to astrology, the one thing I mentioned, which to the horror of a lot of professional astrologers, like people who do this day in and day out, one of the things I point out is, okay, I'm just going to hold this. One of the things I point out is that in modern charts, this is Trump. These are transit charts. These are what's happening in the sky, how it's affecting these people. That's Trump. That's Kamala Harris. That's Tim Walz. And one of the things I've pointed out is with these modern charts, to some extent, just to get a ballpark idea, you don't even really need to know astrology. I know there are real astrologers who are like pulling their hair out when I say that, but generally how much red is there? How much, which is tension and it's more challenging, versus blue, which tends to be easier. So, and sometimes it's not just red or blue, it's is there more red or blue? Well, this is Kamala Harris. These are her transits today. And it's a big combination of red and blue. This is a big deal. This, Lewis, sorry, Lewis. This is, well, I guess I could try to, I'm not trying to make people ill. Oh, okay, let me put that back. Okay, that seems to be staying for the moment. Okay. There's, and I can look at more specifics, but yes, there's this is a huge day. This is huge. And there's good and there's bad and there's stress. I mean, I don't know about how you all did. If you ever got married, your wedding day tends to be glorious and stressful and wonderful and terrible and a lot of different things. This is a lot, but there's also a lot of good here. There's a lot of good and bad and or stressful and calm and what have you for her. For Trump, these are his transits today. There's a lot more red. And today's full moon is right across his ascendant, descendant. So these are his angles, and things tend to get amplified on the angles. And this is a lot of energy between his sense of self and his emotional nature. There's just kind of energy doing this. So this is burning his toast, which is just glorious. Lady Eva says, I think she knows there's a lot riding on this week. She wants to do it right. I think so too. But actually, well, I'll tell you what warms my heart. Tim WALZ is just grateful to be there. Look at that chart. Look at that blue. I mean, we don't have a birth time for him yet. In Nebraska, where he was born, once you turn 50 years old, people can request your birth certificate. I don't know. That's just what they do there. And there are people in the astrological community who are like, okay, I'm on it. I've already sent in my application with the fee and the whole thing, and I'm going to find out his birth time. So we're just waiting to find out his birth time. But look at that. Look at that loveliness. Lady Eva says Tim WALZ is just cruising. He's grateful. I think he's grateful for the opportunity. I think he's a decent human being. And this is lovely. But this, oh boy. So I just want to point this out. There we go. Move that. Put that. Okay. Yeah, this is Trump. Look at this. The sun here, the moon there, right across his ascendant, descendant. So that whole how he presents himself as self and dealing with others and emotional, and it's so the full moon, the full moon, you don't want to be in the ER. Famously, you don't want to work the ER on a full moon. This is hitting Trump. Whew. And up here, his sense of self, his sun up here, it's getting just hammered by Saturn, which is cold and constrictive, and it's the taskmaster. Now, if you do the work, Saturn will reward you. But Trump doesn't do the work. You know that. So that is in a terrible aspect to his sense of self. We've got even Venus in the sky. Beauty, how and what we love, relationship, this kind of thing. It's all red up to here too. It's just glorious. So he's having a bad week. Bad day, bad week. I'm here for it. This is Kamala Harris. There are a number of things happening here. I will just say that where the sun is in the sky with Mercury down here, it's in really good aspect to her moon, her emotions. So it's like everything's emotionally trying to support her right now, just overall. And I love that. So I just want to point that out. And then, of course, this loveliness. Again, we don't know where his angles are, but just looking at the planets and where things are, it's just good. So that's Tim Walz. All right. So we'll get to the questions. All right. Oh, that's hysterical. Deborah Johnson says, hey, Autumn, your numbers did not go down. When you started the astrology, you were at 717. Some of us are learning. Thank you. Yeah, usually it just, I've literally started on an astrology explanation, and literally I could see I can see the number right here. How many people are watching? It dropped 300 people in like 2 minutes. It's like, oh man. All right, so let's. Lewis says his cell is going to overheat from the furious posting. Oh yeah, he is so mad. He's so mad. All right, so okay, now we've got to start here. We have no choice but to start here. Actually, I think I can show you. Donald Trump or his campaign or whatnot have done something really stupid. This is not going to end well for you, and I'm telling you right now. I don't know what possessed any of you over there, Trump, in your campaign. I don't know what possessed any of you to do this, but there are dumb things you've done, and then this is a whole other level. Let me pull this up because, oh dear, where is it? Where is it? Ah, where is it? Hang on. Sorry, I guess the thing is loading. Oh yeah, okay. On Truth Social. Oh, this was dumb. Oh, this was dumb. I accept, says Donald Trump's Truth Social account, where he's trying to say that Taylor wants you to vote for Donald Trump. Swifties for Trump. Yeah, Serena, who's afraid of little old me? Exactly. Swifties for Trump. Swifties turning to Trump after the concert. Are you dumb? What the heck are you thinking? This is so obviously AI. Look at this. Could that be any more AI. It's so obviously fake. It is so obviously fake. The Trump campaign, they don't understand who they're messing with. Taylor Swift has a history of not putting up with garbage like that. When she, for example, iTunes, I think it was iTunes. Was it Spotify or iTunes? No, I think it was I think I want to say it was Apple, so it was iTunes. But they came up with an idea for a while that they were going to give 3 months free if you joined, right? 3-month trial free, okay? And in that time, they weren't going to pay the artists whose music was listened to. Musicians were just going to have to. Tough. Taylor Swift pulled all of her music. All of it. Every last bit. They changed their policy within like a day. It said, we're going to keep the free 3 months for people, but we'll just eat the cost. And she said, nobody should have to work for free. She got Apple to move. Do you know how hard it is to get Apple to move? She's gone up against Spotify. She's gone up against is it Ticketmaster? It's just so yeah. Kelly Ramsey saying cease and desist. I think that's the least of this. They just used a doctored AI image of her to support a political candidate she does not support. She hasn't actively come out for Kamala Harris yet, because she says she doesn't feel comfortable doing that while she's on foreign soil because she's wrapping up concerts overseas. But there have been some pictures of her on social media where there have been some interesting silhouettes or something in the background. But she could buy and sell Donald Trump. So Allison Jacobs says, I can't wait to see Taylor's response. Yeah. Cosmic Goat Lady says, Swift will burn his biscuits for this one. Mm-hmm. He thinks he has a right to. He has a right to do anything. And he lies like a rug. There's not a day that goes by when he doesn't lie. How can you live like that? I don't get it. Anyway, all right, Knight of Wands. Oh, yeah, aggressive stupidity. Knight of Cups. I think her lawyers were immediately activated. 5 of Cups. This is a card of, let's just say, disappointment. Where Trump is disappointed that Democrats aren't voting for him. So he's going to try to knock down their support. So he's knocked down, but he's normally the 2 cups that are still upright are behind the person in the original Rider-Waite deck, which means you may have lost some things, but look around, they're still good there for you. Well, this he's trying to play a stupid game with young people who are extremely good at recognizing AI images. You idiot. But this, oh, they're still standing all right. 9 of Wands, he's going to feel really beaten up. 8 of Cups. This is usually it's the wall of cups where the person in red is having to walk away. It just felt like such a good day to use the Housewives Tarot, but Yeah, referring back to the original writer, wait. So is she going to, well, Maltese Cottage is saying she's going to humiliate him. So let's ask, is she just going to take him down? Is she just going to publicly humiliate him? Are the Swifties going to, I don't know, crash Truth Social, or I don't know what. You can never tell. I mean, when one of Trump's rallies a while ago, was it the Swifties who got together with the K-pop fans, and there were free tickets to a Trump event, and they just gathered up as many of the tickets as they possibly can, so that where Trump got there, it would just be empty. Huge swaths of it were empty. Yeah. Or are lawyers going to go after him and take him for every last penny he has? Which I hope that happens, but let's see. So is it just Taylor Swift herself who's going to say something? Is it the fans that are going to, the Swifties, are they going to mess with Trump? Or are her lawyers really going to? Oh, that's true. Renee Johnson and more females taking him down. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gloria. Hey, she is the Empress, Taylor Swift. Fruits of labor. Oh, she's mad. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I assume she knows about this now, and I'm assuming she's mad because I'm getting a very strong sense of I built my name. I built my reputation. I built my career. You do not get to use it. Because it also ends in the death card. For what it's worth, it feels like she's mad. Linda H says, she endorsed Harris in a cryptic tweet. My granddaughter showed it to me. She's a Swiftie and showed it to me. Thank you. Yes, Mark. Bad blood. Although they didn't used to have mad love. But now they've got bad blood. All right. Yeah, this was a really bad idea, Dumpy. All right, what about the Swifties? Moon, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. That's a lot. Well, it's a huge amount of emotion. Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of. You have to understand that the Taylor Swift movement, the fandom, is a huge economic force. I'm trying to figure out what this means, because it's not them not having any money. This is coming up short. It can be the miser. It can be being a day late and a dollar short. I'll have to get some clarification on that one. Raymond says Taylor will write a song and it will go viral. Hope so. Sherry Voices from the Swamp says not only Taylor and the Swifties, but all the NFL fans who follow her man. Clarification on what this means. Well, this is the partnership. And this is the dumb thing that Trump, the action he took, but it ends in the Queen of Cups, and that's Taylor herself. Partnership with her. And it just feels like they're going to overwhelm him. Just have to see. Now, her lawyers. Because one of the things Trump got away with forever was taking people to court because he could outlast them. He had more money for lawyers. So, and it was cheaper to have lawyers suing somebody than to actually pay the people, because the people wouldn't be able to fight back, and he'd end up saving money and stiff those people. Here's the thing. Something about a cat's eye sharp enough to kill a man. Not literally, but one of my favorite Taylor songs is Vigilante. Sun, 8 of Wands. See, in this deck, this would be a lot of the actions that Trump and his ilk are taking. But in this one, let's see, that is a woman who's just riding those. It's like, yeah, you're going to throw all these broomsticks. I'm just going to walk around on them. She's going to turn it to her advantage. It's all out in the open, shining a light on this. Is this, will this turn out to just be one other thing, or is this going to just be like one of the dumbest things he's done? And that's saying something. Obviously, this isn't the grossest thing he's done, but will this... Yeah, Rondalyn, she knows how to drive a stick. Good. She is in a position of strength. She's quiet for the moment, but sleepless nights, lawyers. Trump victory, but she's walking all over it. Hanged Man. We've seen so many times he just walks away without any repercussions. But this, the cards are saying, it's like if you were in the same room with him right now, it'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll just yeah, just slowly backing away. Like being smited. Anyway, so that is, yeah. Whee! Linda H says he might get the lawsuit of his life. Yes. What sign is she? Isn't she a Sagittarius? Oh, see, I have so many charts in my head. I've got so many people in my head. Oh, no, that was the wrong thing. Wait, this, astro theme. I know she's got some, I don't think she's a Scorpio, but I know she's got some Scorpio in her chart. Yeah, she's a Sagittarius. Her ascendant is in Scorpio. Moon is in Cancer. Yeah, she's got a wild chart here. Let's just have a quick look. Let me show you, because she's got a wild chart. It's amazing. All right. Yeah. So I don't know if I could really. Can I make this bigger? A little bit. Okay. Yeah. Look, I don't know why, but when I look at her chart, I think of like a almost like, not just because she's a Sagittarius, but it's almost like a bow being pulled back, because there's so much tension along these red lines. There's so much tension there, but the energy gets released through the positive aspect, and that positive aspect is her midheaven, which is status, career. She's got Mars and Pluto near her ascendant. She's got Mars conjunct her ascendant, but she's got Pluto near it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was a special kind of stupid. So, yep, and in her ascendant's in Scorpio, Mars, which used to rule Scorpio, and Pluto that does rule Scorpio, makes it super, super Scorpio energy, plus the water sign. She's got a water moon. So, anyway, just wanted to share that. All right, stop screen. Okay. That was astrotheme.com. Sorry. Let me go here and let me go up to the top so you can see the name. There she is. Astrotheme.com. Good website. They have a huge database of famous people. So anyway, okay. Alan's asking, is the post still up? I don't know. I don't know. So, yes. Where was that? Innocent Potato says, don't ever mess with fire signs. Don't ever mess with female fire signs. Aries Sun here, like Nancy Pelosi and Jasmine Crockett too. Sag is a fire sign, Leo too. Yeah. Yep. B. Smith says, I don't think I want to make a Mars ascendant Scorpio person mad. Agreed. So anyway, all right, okay. Never. Hal Sparks talked about the terrible AI earlier today. Oh, I didn't see him this morning. I'll have to go back and watch because wow. Wow. So, all right, let's get on with the your other questions. All right, at 4240. Oh, this is just glorious. This, oh gosh. Mwah. According to RawStory, Trump is already freaking out about the ratings for Kamala Harris's acceptance speech. Will his little blown glass ego be able to handle it? Yeah. Oh. Mimi says, Hal Sparks might be your anger interpreter. Well, he's hysterical. So, oh. Kamala Harris's acceptance speech. That's going to be almost as good as when she gets sworn in on January 20th. Can you picture that? My cheeks are going to hurt from smiling so much. Anyway. So, petty, pathetic, lying, awful Donald Trump. Ricky says, I saw the terrible AI. Taylor Swift wouldn't support Trump even if he sent her flowers and bought her a mansion. Well, that's the thing. She can buy her own mansion. Thank you very much. And has. King of Pentacles. He had his convention, but Lover's card, Seven of Cups, Strength. He cannot rap. He honestly, what I'm getting is the racism. There's sexism in there too. That's a close second. But the number one thing I'm just getting is he cannot wrap his narrow, bigoted pea brain around her getting. He cannot handle her strength. He cannot handle her success. He cannot wrap his head, his little tiny itsy bitsy pea brain around this. Tough. People love her. He was just, and because of his narcissism, the accolades and affirmation that he got during the Republican convention, that's long gone. What endorphins have you given me lately? How much have you sucked up to me? So not only can he not wrap his head around this, but it's going to look even bigger because he can't fully remember what his was like. So it will always look smaller by comparison. And I'll be surprised if he doesn't start complaining. So, mine was better. Mine was better. Mm-hmm. He can't wrap his head around this. This is just illusion. Her strength, his illusion. It doesn't compute. I mean, it's like a. I mean, on a good day, his brain is like a Texas Instrument calculator that went a couple of decades in the bottom of somebody's, a bunch of students' backpacks. I mean, on a good day, this is beyond him. Valerie, yes, Sage the Scales Tarot. DNC, all the people he cannot control. Exactly. Linda H says she looks like a celebrity now and he hates that. Yep. And says he won't be able to handle the press all this week covering the DNC. So, okay. At 47:40. Now, the frustrating thing is a question for Bernadette Smith. Thank you. The frustrating thing about the Truth Social stock is that, one, it still exists. After all the... Are there any investigations still ongoing? It's hard for me to keep up. That isn't it ever so questionable? But in theory, Trump can sell his shares. Now, if he tries, he has 114.7 million shares, and right now they're at like $23. You can't sell all of that at once. You have to find people willing to buy it. But as you start moving huge amounts, people see that and they start selling theirs, and the price just tumbles. So there's a logistics problem that even if he decided to abandon the donors who were willing to put millions of dollars into buying this stock and leave them holding the bag, he can't sell all of that and get, well, there are two different prices of because there's always a difference when you sell it. Like if I bought a stock and then I sold it 1 second later, even in a very quiet trading day, quietest trading day ever, I would lose money because I would end up paying. I would be selling it for less than I bought it for, and that's how the stock market works. There's always a little gap. that number would just keep sinking. He wouldn't get the full. I did the math the other day. At $23 a share, it was like $2.6 billion or something. He's not going to get that. Joni, Rolene, is that it? The stock is currently at $22.42. Oh. Mr. Dill, unless he has a buyer prepared. I don't know if that would actually work. Anyway, Bernard Smith was asking, DJT is down to $22.58 when she asked, could it get below $20 during the convention? RawStory is reporting that it is under a risk of collapse. Did I tell you there were good days ahead? Have I mentioned that? Yes, and Amy Collins, that's true. And the computers are far faster than any person. Yeah. Valerie suggesting, can it go down to 12 cents? Bernadette Smith, oh, ain't that a shame? Oh my gosh. Card for the reading. Justice, hello. Glorious. Glorious, glorious. All right, King of Cups, Six of Wands. So this is what I'm True Social. I mean, it's very much linked into the politics. So when Biden was there and he thought he could get a victory, that was one thing. The center, that's just charity money. That's just crumbs. Right in the center, Knight of Pentacles was usually the money courier. But Knight of Swords, these are regulators. I don't like that the man gets even 20 cents considering what he's done in his life. But Allison, not that I'm aware of. I think she's still overseas. Of all the things he's done in his life, I don't like seeing this guy get a one thin dime. However, I do get this isn't going to be the great thing that he's hoping it will be. Just not going to be, because I don't know if it's regulations or it's just the sheer amount of debt he's in. But don't forget, he does the Robert Kiyosaki, the rich dad poor dad guy. He does that business model, which is huge debt, leverage. You're using leverage for debt. The man on a good day was leveraged at the wazoo. And his business is not doing great. People are taking his names off of buildings, and he was getting money from that. And nope. So, Queen of Pentacles. Oh, kind of walking away a little bit. Two of Pentacles, very shaky ground. Now, Ace of Pentacles, that can be a new beginning, or it can also just be a big chunk of money. Queen of Wands, but that's that. There's the rub. There's the fly in the ointment. That is the people who sunk millions of dollars into the stock to help keep it afloat. Temperance. If he bails on them, if he's persona non grata to these rich people who are willing to do that for him, Eight of Cups, leaving somebody else holding the bag, walking away. You mean Trump's going to do something stupid? I'm shocked. Anyway. Mark is asking, threshold $17? Yeah, I think that's the current floor. Once it breaks through that, I have a hard time climbing back up above it again. Gene Hall says, whatever happened to the $500 million in loans that was said to be coming due this year? I guess as good as mine. I don't know. Whoo. Cynthia O'Keefe saying, I can't wait until it's at $6.66. Oh, there's a street cleaner outside going past. All right, at 56 minutes in, Claude wanted to know, will the momentum for Harris keep growing until November 5th? Have a look. Whew. Amy Collins says, I wish there was a way to bet $20 against his stock. There are people shorting his stock, expecting it to lose money. Do you have a brokerage account? I don't know if it would let you. I'm only familiar with inverse ETFs that make money when the stock market goes down, but those are for indexes. I don't know. Anyway, will the momentum for Harris keep building? Oh, much to Trump's horror, the brat that he is, and not in the nice way. Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, adding insult to injury, Page of Wands, childishness, Devil, bringing out the worst in him, Ace of Wands. When it comes to politics, it's you need a scalpel, not a bludgeon, and he's all bludgeon. He just can't handle it. He cannot handle being beaten by a woman of color. He can't. But with her momentum, I just keep picking up the Republicans trying to stir things up. I don't know if it's just because of what I've been reading on, but I've just got, they're trying and failing and trying and failing. Six of Pentacles, they've got crumbs. The Republicans have crumbs, while over here the Democrats are celebrating. This is minor arcana. I'm trying to stir things up. Minor arcana. Knight of Pentacles, the money courier. And then I got two cards for the end. Two of Wands, the far right communication, with the Five of Cups, disappointment. I'm just picking up on the other side, and it's pretty pathetic. So, yeah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful you're here. All right, so that is going to do it for me for today. But I'm going to roll over questions I didn't get to today. I'll roll them over to tomorrow because I took up a whole lot of extra time at the beginning. So, but I will get to your questions. They're very important to me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. It's 1:16 p.m. here in Chicago, glorious Chicago. At 3 o'clock, myself and Sarah will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. So please remember, you are not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. There are. They're out there. All right? So hang in there. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel. Okay. Thank you.